Just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. The headshots here are the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
A surprising move.
Ready, white 25. Yeah, hey, check. Where we go?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some deep.
Ready, black 22. Let's go, heavy. I know what you got. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
From the gun, Winston. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post.
Ready? 525. Here we go. Check 3. Here we go. Single.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. First down, Winston. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run the counter. Richard. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's got his man. That's Wallace. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Jameis now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Richard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, L.A. Darrell Henderson, 79 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They did nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Breed in the offense heading back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
57 to Mike.
Here's Gall. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Goff throwing again. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To the air again. Goff to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Devin White, the rookie out of LSU, there to bat that one away. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Goff. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That's complete to Richard, the running back. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Winston. He completes it to Evans. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. After the sack on 1st down, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it in.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 45 on 2nd down, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the ground, Richard. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We got this.
First down.
3 buck.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. They run with Breida. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
False start. Offense.
Third and 1, you had the run-pass option. Now, not so much.
Yeah, it changes the play call, doesn't it? And that's probably a big reason why those offensive coordinators laminate their play sheets. You can't just rip them and tear them up when you're angry about something like that.
Winston. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So here are the Rams to take over. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check curls.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the draw, this is Henderson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Winston. That's taken in by Henderson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. This is Breida on the draw. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Play action now, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Winston now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, first and 10. They go counter with Breida. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. This is Richard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's able to find Wallace. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This is Breida. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the 27, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Winston now. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a run with Henderson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff over the middle. He finds Henderson complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Uses the spin. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Winston. And this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. To throw, Winston. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They run the counter. Richard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Here's Breida. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They run again with Breida, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
A 31-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Goff. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Line up quickly here. Goff urging them on.
50 seconds.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
I'm coming after you.
Now it's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity.